This is Transformers Generations Voyager class Brainstorm. The figure's part of the last wave of regular Transformers Generations Voyager class figures before the Combiner Wars figures start hitting shelves. So last one for 2014, and then we got the Combiner Wars 2015. Anyway, quick look at the packaging. Excuse me. Here is the box. Very nice. Doesn't say who this guy is. Could be Akaba. I have no idea. Who it comes with? He comes with the headmaster. His headmaster. He's obviously the homage to the G1 Brainstorm with headmaster. And then here's a little bit of the bio. Yeah, I never had the Brainstorm G1 figure. The only headmasters we had as kids growing up were Siren, Nightbeat, and that other guy. The deluxe headmasters. I never had the regular headmasters. So this is sort of like a treat for me to actually get one of the headmasters, which I wanted when I was a kid, but you know, they're very expensive to get back then. He's a very hefty Voyager class figure, a little bit light but hefty, tall. I don't have Springer with me, but he's about as tall as Springer. This is the Age of Extinction Drift from the Dark of the Moon Skyhammer. As you can see, he's a very tall Voyager class figure. Comes with two guns, which, just like the old G1 toy, will fit nicely on the nose cone of his Cybertronian jet. He can also store the weapons on his back like that in robot mode. So that's pretty neat. And he just stands very well. Looks kind of like a Gundam. I'll talk about this headmaster accessory later on, but very looks like a Gundam figure. Not quite. I mean, a Gundam has all sorts of things going on, but the way he stands, he's a very good looking mech robot. I'm very pleased with him. The colors, good enough. I mean, the old Brainstorm figure might be a little bit darker. This one's a little bit lighter. That's fine. But the color combination is dead spot on Brainstorm, as you can see. So paint apps for the figure, not too bad. You might want to watch out for some splotches of red and the baby blue mixing in together, but the very minor. His accessory, his headmaster, you release the head by pushing down on this chest piece, and then you get to release him. Sadly, my gimmick, just like many of the other Brainstorm figures, isn't quite as efficiently functioning. It's supposed to flap down the tech specs as you push this one. As you can see, it takes some time to do so. I was actually expecting this to be all right because he came packaged with that rubber elastic, the transparent rubber elastic on his head. So I thought, you know, oh great, this has to be the revised one, the fixed one. But apparently it's not as fixed as I wanted it to be. So as you push down the head, it's supposed to fold down. Come on, man. Anyway, it's supposed to fold down that flap. Anyway, and it will reveal his speed. I'll give you a good look at that. So his speed, strength, and intelligence. Oh, he's not that strong, but very fast, very smart. Obviously, he's a Brainstorm. He has a lab. He makes all these weapons of mass destruction for the Autobots. See, it even locks, even with the head on. So, pretty neat. I mean, the gimmick was there, but I wasn't really too concerned about that. My main concern was that the head transformed into a robot, and Hasbro certainly delivered on that. Articulation for the figure. Just one missing articulation, which is the torso articulation or the waist articulation, because of the way the cockpit of the jet has been sculpted. He's got a ball-jointed neck, ball hinge shoulders that ratchet in and out, bicep swivel, double-jointed elbows that ratchet, hinge wrist that basically, mostly because of transformation, no swivels on the wrist, ball hinge hips that ratchet in and out, thigh swivel, hinge knees, a little bit of a foot articulation because of transformation, excuse me, and some rocker joints on him. So that on the ankle, that's pretty cool. I thought at first, you know, even seeing the pictures of this guy, that I thought that the feet were going to be like clown feet, but they help support the figure, and it actually grows on you. The whole big feet thing, it's kind of fine. I have to say, I've grown to like it. So all in all, it's a great robot mode, as I mentioned. Just a little bit difficult to pose because of the tight joints and the lack of the waist articulation, but all in all, a very good robot mode. So let's get him into his alt mode. Just pop it off, or just push this thing down, pop it off like that. This thing should fall like that. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is you want to fold it up to form the seat of the headmaster. You can call this guy whatever you want to call him. The way he transforms is this way. And then he's got ball jointed arms, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed neck, just hinge knees and feet that are bonded together. So that's his headmaster. Companion. Fold back the arms that way. Look at that head sculpt. So much detail went into it. Unbelievable, Hasbro. So just fold him up like this, as though he'd be in a seating position. Just trying to align the arms so I don't have to worry about it when I get him back into his robot mode. Okay. The pilot stays here. Cockpit, very tight. Okay. You can keep the guns there because that's where the guns are going to be anyway. Go ahead and fold these up. Fold the wings out. Okay. Rotate the arms. Fold. If you're giving this to your kid, don't force this flap way too much. That's just as far as it goes. Okay, you're going to break it. So just fold it just enough. It doesn't go any farther than that. So fold it down like that. And then fold the lower joint of the elbow all the way up like this. Like that. All the way up like that. That'll help you, that'll guide you when it pegs into the feet. Okay, open his sort of samurai armor. And fold these out. Fold the feet up like this. Collapse the feet again. Like this. Okay. Tag them. There's like pegs right there that tab into those peg holes. Fold the feet. Make sure they're not rocking. Feet inward. They'll form the thrusters, sort of. And this one, the nose cone, just sort of pegs right there. There's nothing blocking it that's preventing it from going into that. It's really the peg that you need to slot into that hole. Like that. Fold these. All that's left are the arms. And you know, as time goes by, these very, very thin pegs, I think will be the first ones to break. I'm not sure, so do be careful when you're transforming this figure from between modes, that you don't put too much stress on those pegs. They do tab in tightly, so when you're transforming them back into robot mode, just be very, very careful. You don't put any more stress on that particular peg. And that's it. That's his Cybertronian jet mode, Brainstorm. Let's see if I can put some more light onto that. Okay, there we go. There is a landing gear. The first time I opened this thing was like super tight. Now it's easy to fold out, but when the first time you get this, you know, it's going to be tight. It's always tight the first time, and you'll need, for most figures, you'll need to pry it open with a pair of scissors or screwdriver or something like that, something metal, something hard enough and that you can stick it in and then pry it out like that. I tried doing it with my fingers for the first time. You know, you don't break a nail with that, but once you've already done it, it becomes loose and easier. The first time it's going to be very tight. So you can do that. That's his landing gear. It's just really to keep him stable on the ground like that. So very nice. He's a big Voyager as well. Here he is with the Combiner Wars Optimus Prime Voyager figure. A decent sized Voyager class figure. Sorry about the flare. Like that. So, decent enough. I like it. I'd say, you know, despite all the malfunctioning gimmick, lack of waist articulation, but because it's a very nice homage to an old G1 toy, and it turned out great. It surprised me a lot more than it disappointed me. I'm still going to give this figure a 10 out of 10. It's a great figure. You don't want to buy it at scalper prices. It's out on retail in most stores. Just get it. If you can get it on clearance or a discount, better. But he's not something you need to go out and hunt viciously for. He's out there. You can get him online cheap. Don't pay scalper price for this one. So it's a great figure. Best of luck for those of you who are hunting this figure down. It's a great figure. I'm sure most of you G1 fans out there are going to want an updated version of one of the more classic headmasters, Brainstorm. So I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter, my toy purchases, Instagram for my toy sightings here in Manila. Check out all my video reviews on this channel, Chefatron. This has been the Transformers Generations Voyager class Brainstorm. Thanks for watching.